Hello, my name's Sarita, and I'm speaking to you today from Soulhenge, and I'm here to help you understand the truth of who you are, which is a divine being. You have the power to create your everyday existence in every moment. You have so much potential. Now, one of the ways that we understand our potential here is that we work through ceremony. And I love ceremony because it's a way of creating a situation where you're sort of physically and sort of meditatively there, and you're using focused intent to manifest or heal something or change something which feels a bit beyond you in your everyday life. And what ceremony does is it kind of puts you into an altered state so that you can merge with consciousness and really have access to the unified field and all the information that comes from there, and you can use that in your life. The other bonus with ceremony is you have the potential to call upon your ancestral guides or your angelic beings, or people that you talk to, or merely just work with your higher self to bring about a state of change. So the ceremony that I'm going to teach you today is called a ceremony of weaving healing gratitude, and it's something that I've done with a group of women, and it's the most beautiful ceremony, but you can do it on your own at home really easily. It's really simple and quick to do. So what you'll need for this ceremony is you need to be able to drop into your heart center for a sustained period of time. And what we use is the standard Tibetan heart meditation. And if you don't know how to do that, I explain that on one of my other videos, and I will sort of talk it through with you in this as well. But if you want a more detailed methodology, then you need to go and find the other video. So basically, you need to be able to stay in your heart for a sustained period of time using your heart brain and your heart center. You will also need, obviously, a quiet place where you can go for about half an hour to 40 minutes to do the ceremony. You will need an offering of love that you've made. So that's something like a little posy of flowers, or perhaps you can paint a picture or bake a cake, or just bring, a little candle, something that means love to you. It's a gift. It's a gift to yourself and a gift to the unified field, an offering for the ceremony. You will also need like a heavy block of wood with a little nail or a hook in it. And you will need 3 long pieces of ribbon or string or fabric. And I suggest that they're about 3 meters long each, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to place the block and the fabric next to the block, and you're going to come into your ceremonial space, and you're going to sit in front of your block and the string. And what you're going to do is you're going to make an effort to drop from your head brain down into your heart center, okay? So this is the first thing that we're going to do, because we're going to spend the whole ceremony in our heart center. It's the healing center, and we're going to call upon the frequency of gratitude to help us heal the situation or the relationship, okay? Now, what I do when I begin all ceremony is I set my intention. So your intention might be something like, my intention is to heal this relationship with X and heal it with gratitude, okay? Or my intention might be to heal this situation in my life. So you've set your intention, and you're now in your heart center, okay? And then what I do is I call upon my spirit guides, my ancestral guides, to come and be with me here to help me with the process. But you can call upon anyone you want. If you speak to people that have passed over and you feel like they look out for you, do that. Talk to your higher self. If you've never called upon your ancestral guides before, try it and see what happens. Basically, with ceremony, it's for you, about you, and it's your ceremony. So I can give you guides and tips on what to do, but really it's your fruit to pick. You do it as you will, and do what feels right for you, okay? This is your healing process. So I've called upon my guides, I'm in my heart center, I've set my intention. And what I'm going to begin to do now is I'm going to begin to breathe the emotion of gratitude through my heart. And I'm going to keep this sustained emotion moving through my heart with my breath for the entire ceremony. And now I'm going to take my 3 threads. One represents me, one represents the person or the situation that I need to heal, and one represents gratitude. and I'm going to tie them in a knot. And as I do so, I'm going to imagine that I'm tying that knot in my heart. And then I'm going to attach it to the hook or the nail that is on the heavy wooden centerpiece. And then I'm going to begin to plait and weave them together. So I'm going to be weaving and plaiting gratitude with me and with the person or the situation that I'm trying to heal. And as I'm doing that, I am going to begin to breathe the gratitude into my heart, into the threads or the string that you're plaiting. So you're weaving, you're plaiting, and you're breathing gratitude into this situation. Now, the trick here is to try not to think with this brain. So if you find yourself jumping out of your heart center and thinking about what this person's done or what they say or what they do, just try and let that go and just see the person or the situation. See yourself without emotion, as if you're observing it, and feel the gratitude, and take as much time as you need to finish your plait. So you're breathing and you're plaiting and you're breathing and you're plaiting. And when you get to the end of your plait, I want you to tie another knot and imagine again that this knot is in your heart. And what you've done now is you have encased within 2 knots in your heart this situation or this relationship with gratitude. And then you're going to stand up and you are going to tie this plait around your block. And if you haven't done so at the beginning, you can bring your offering and you can either plait that in and attach it to the block, or just lay it gently next to the block. So you've added your offering and you've tied everything up together, and there you go, you've done your ceremony. But before you walk away, I just want you to come back into your heart, back into yourself, and to give thanks to your ancestral guides or spiritual beings or anyone who's come to help you with this issue today. And mostly to give thanks to yourself. Because when you heal yourself, you heal all of those around you. When you spend time elevating your vibration and moving into a frequency like gratitude, you cannot help but affect everyone around you. You will affect the situation or the person that you've been healing. You will affect your children or your spouse or the people in your workplace, and that will filter out, and you will help to elevate the frequency of all those people around you. And can you imagine a world in which everybody is working on themselves and healing all their situations and, you know, their relationships? It would be an astonishingly amazing place. So give yourself some thanks. And now the ceremony is complete, and what I do is I suggest you take your block with all the beautiful plaits of gratitude and your offering, and you place it somewhere in your house or in your garden, and you leave it there for a month or so to do its thing. And you will notice that things will change. And what I encourage you to do is, once things have changed, is to go and, if it moves you, to take your block apart. And when you do, turn it back into ordinary matter. So you can either keep your weave if you want forever, but if you feel compelled to unweave it and take it apart, then as you do so, consciously set an intention that you're just turning back into ordinary bits of string and an ordinary block of wood, and do that with intention. Do everything with intention. It makes such a huge difference. Thank you for listening. Blessed be.